Welcome to the vault. This is Straight Up Coin Collecting. I am Tripwire, and today we are going to be talking about hoarding copper pennies and why I think it's actually a good idea to do. Copper is one of our valuable metals. You got like your platinum, gold, silver, bronze, copper, brass. So you actually can turn a profit off of it. And we're going to be looking at all the pros and cons of everything. And in the description below, I'm going to be leaving a lot of links. And there's a reason why. I want you guys to look at the links and look at the YouTube channels. This is where I got my information from. And I'm going to be doing this so I can break it down as easy as humanly possible, because I like to keep things simple. So, without any further ado, we're going to catch a poll, and then we're going to start the show. Okay, first off, which copper pennies do I hoard for copper value? The ones that I hoard are actually the 1960s, the 1970s, and 1980 and 81. These are the ones that I hold, that I pull out of coin rolls, and these are the ones I use for the copper value. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, what about the 1959s? Well, 1959, that's actually the first time they put the Lincoln Memorial on the back. It replaced the wheat. In 1959, they put the Lincoln Memorial. So that's a first of that coin. And I notice that some people do look out and they try to collect some of those. So maybe it'll go up, maybe it won't. I don't know. But I get enough copper out of this just alone. And I also know what you're thinking. What about wheat pennies? No. I would never, ever use wheat pennies for copper value due to the fact that wheat pennies are collectible. So I would never turn them in, because who knows, you know, maybe later on these will probably be worth more than the copper. So I collect the wheat pennies. I do not use them for copper value. Okay, on to the next. Okay, scrap copper goes by the pound. Now, in research for this video, I found out that it takes 145 copper pennies to equal 1 pound. Well, we're going to simplify everything just for mathematical purposes. We're going to say 150 pennies equal 1 pound. Okay? So that's what we have here. 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents. We got ourselves 1 pound of copper pennies here that we pulled out of from all the coin roll hunting. And let's say that we call our financial advisor and we want to buy stock. Or we want to buy, actually, copper. And I got some copper over here. And here's what we're going to do. So we got 1 pound here, we got 1 pound there. And let's say that they are both at the value of $1.50. So this will be $1.50, and that is $1.50. That's per pound for the copper. Now let's go check the price of scrap copper today. Oh, P.S. before I forget, I am going to be using some fictitious numbers just to keep this simple and easy, okay? So I just want to throw that out there real quick. But right now we're going to go check the scrap prices. Okay, in dealing with copper prices, there's actually 3 that I know of. These are the 3 main ones. You got bright copper, copper tubing, copper flash. I don't really know. I always just go with the lowest amount possible. I always underestimate. So that way, if it is worth more, I'll be cool. I'm just super happy with that. But anyhow, so we got $2.13. That's the lowest one that we have here. So yeah, we're already looking at a profit, aren't we? Yeah. So let's say that we can't get to the scrapyard this week. We can't take our copper in this week due to the fact that we have something very important to do. So crap. Okay, we'll go next week. We'll take our copper in next week. How about that? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, it is officially next week, and we went to go check the price of the scrap copper before we left the house. Uh-oh. It looks like scrap value has dropped down to, what, 25 cents a pound? It dropped that far? Holy crap. We bought this one for $1.50 a pound, and we bought this one for $1.54 a pound. Oh, no. So over here, we totally lost on that. We lost $1.25 on this one. But how much did we lose over here with the copper pennies? Nothing. You see, when it actually has an insurance value due to the fact that it can go no lower than face value. So we paid, so this is $1.50 here. That can never go under this over here that you bought for $1.50. This copper, you just lost. Here you cannot lose. Here you did. So that's a little interesting tidbit right there. But now we're going to move on to one of the problems that we have with this whole concept of copper hoarding. Okay, let's say in the future we looked at the scrap copper prices and it's up to $400 a pound. Holy cow, it's actually skyrocketed to $400 a pound. So what can we do? We're just going to load up a couple of pickup trucks with all of our copper, especially our copper pennies, and we take our copper pennies straight to the scrap yard, and we look at them and said, I want to scrap these pennies out for $400 a pound. They're going to look at you and say, nope. That's right. Nope. Here's the reason why. Here in America, now this is definitely in one of the links below. I highly suggest you check this out. Here in America, we cannot scrap out copper pennies. And the main reason why is because we still use copper as a form of currency. There is a law in the books that say that if it's used in currency, you're not allowed to scrap it out. Now, when you do get a coin, you can do whatever you want with your coins. You can make jewelry out of it. You can make floor stuff out of it, or floor tiles, or whatever you want to do. Once your coin is in your possession, you can legally do it, except scrap out copper pennies. You can even silver you can scrap out because we don't have that in any of our modern coins. So they will not scrap this out. It's at $400 a pound. How do we get money out of all this? Well, there's two ways of doing that. Either number one, we wait for America to stop making the penny, and that comes up all the time. I don't see that happening anytime soon, personally. Now, here's where I benefit. I live 8 miles outside Detroit in Michigan. And what I can do, personally for me, is I can easily just go over to Canada! Yes, Canada. How can you not love one of the greatest countries in the world? I mean, come on, look at their flag. It's a leaf with 2 rolling papers. You gotta love Canada. Well, Canada got rid of the copper penny. They got rid of all their pennies altogether. And I could actually take my pennies over to Canada and they can melt them out. Big time. And then that way I can get profit that way. If you live in like Utah or Oregon or Washington, I don't know about Washington, but California, I don't know what to tell you, but for me, I lucked out. I can easily just go to Canada. So if this is something that you guys have been thinking about doing when it comes to scrap copper value, copper penny scrap value, you know, it's fun, it's interesting, it's good to do it. It's definitely an investment. Now, you know how I told you not to scrap out the wheat pennies? Well, I got a great substitute for that. You know what we have over in the greatest country, one of the greatest countries, Canada. I love Canada to death. We have this. Do you know what this is? This is Canadian pennies. Now, one thing that I absolutely love is that Canada made copper pennies all the way up until 1996. That is awesome. So if you're going through your coin rolls and you're going to start wanting to collect copper, double check your Canadian pennies. This will make up for it big time. But there is, once again, a catch on that. You see, Canada just happens to have its own concept of our wheat penny. I know they don't call it a wheat penny, but that's what I call it. This is a Canadian wheat penny. If you see any coins, any pennies that have a picture of this guy on it, I don't know who the guy is, but this is equal to our wheat pennies. These are collectible. I truly do not think you should want to scrap these out. I think you want to put these into your collection. And speaking of Canadian pennies, that wraps up this section. Let's move on to the coins that I found during the week. And these are the coins that I found during this last week of coin roll hunting. And I did actually find 2 of those Canadian pennies I was talking about, a 1939 and a 1947. I'm not exactly sure what the 47 is, but I believe the 39 is something like 10 to 15 cents. So that's kind of cool. I also found a 1939 nickel And I guess you want to call this the find of the day. Found a war nickel. These are getting harder and harder to find. But what was super cool is that this was the first coin that came out of a nickel roll, so I was happy. But yeah, we got ourselves a 1942 P war nickel, which is totally awesome. I found a 2009 penny, which I really like collecting those. And I got 4 quarters from 2017 I just happen to like. Well, anyhow, you know what? I do believe it's time for a change. Okay, Chemical X and I, we were over at this little cool Mexican little restaurant, which is called Mr. Miguel's. Had ourselves some shrimp tacos, because that's one thing I like about Lent. People break out the seafood, and I love seafood. Anyhow, this is a change that we got back, basically, and we're going to go through it and see what we got that we like. This is 1970, but that is super faded. No, that one I don't like. Let's see, over here we got a quarter. Okay, here we go. All right, this is what I was hoping on. This is definitely a keeper. The reason why is because the Wisconsin quarter, on some of them, there is a error in the coin. It has something to do with the leaf. One of the leaves is like turned the wrong way. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't exactly remember, but it has to do with the leaf on the corn. And when you find that as an error coin, it's actually worth a lot more money. So I keep all my Wisconsins, and I just put them aside, and when I get really bored, I'll check and see if that's one of them or not. What do we got here? Nah, that's just a old coin. We don't need that one. Let's see. What is this here? We got 2008. We'll keep that one with that. Why not? What do we got? 2018. Nah, I don't like the conditioning on that one. Definitely don't like the conditioning on that one. What do we got here? 2017. Nah, I don't like all that crap in there. That's got to go. Let's see. 2000. Nah, don't need it. We could always recycle this into other coins. 9. Nope, don't like that one. And let's see, I can't make out. Either way, I don't like the way it looks. I was actually in 81. Oh, this is kind of neat. This actually looks pretty darn good. Or was this a 2017 quarter? Yeah, you know what? This is actually not in bad condition. It's a little faded down here, but anyhow, yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. We're going to hold on to that one. So we got 3 coins out of the change in our pockets that we got from the Mexican restaurant. Well, you know what time it is now? You know it and I know it. It is time to search for the silver. Okay, last week we came up with 0. So that kind of like totally sucked. So we're going to run through these and see if we can find any more silver coins. Yeah, we got lucky that first one. We found like 7 of them. See if we got anything this time. See, 68. I'm going to have to double check to make sure, but 68, I'm almost positive that should be a silver if I'm not mistaken. Right off the bat, we might have a silver here. I got to double check that one. What's that? Ugh. I know what that is. That's like beat the garbage. Let me check the 2 sets. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this silver. I always check the edges, because that has copper. This one doesn't, but I'm still going to double check to make sure. So, yeah, there's one silver possible. 77, no. 79, no. Faded 90, no, not good. Let's see, 2000. I don't know why I keep the bicentennials. I don't think there's any value to them, but I keep them anyways. Let's see, was that 82? No. 72? No. Let's see, 97? No. Is that 7? That's 74. I'm reading it upside down. 2000, not cutting it. 78? Nope. Let's see, 75? Nope. What do we got here? Another bicentennial. I'll hold that. What is this? 67. We got ourselves another 67. So there's. I definitely have to double check because I don't trust myself. So yeah, that could be another silver. Actually, can you guys hear that? It actually does have a different sound. Okay, 86. No. What's this? What's this? That's 71. I don't think that counts. 79. Nope. Another. So it's a bicentennial there. Okay, so that's the first round, which is really good. So far, it looks like we found a couple. Again, I will double check to make sure. And what do we got here? Boink. Here's some more half dollars. Oh, that sucks. Ew, no. No. So you're a no already. 72, no. Is that 90? Yeah, it's 95. Nope. 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 So far, we're doing better than last week, so I am not complaining. Bicentennial. Ah, whoa. 68. I think we found ourselves another silver. What are you? I think we found ourselves not a silver. Bicentennial. I don't know why I keep those, because that's just me. Oh, we know this one's silver. Is that 1960? It looks like it's 60 or 69. I honestly can't. It's probably 60. It's probably 69. But either way, I do believe that's some more silver we got here. Oh yes, it's a good day to be tripwire. That's all I gotta say. Hold on to those. Nope. And nope. Okay, so far we got ourselves some silver, I firmly believe. I am gonna double check it, and we will find out real soon. Alright, it turns out I was correct. We got ourselves 4, count them, 4 silver half dollars out of that. I'm very happy about that. There's 40% silver, but doesn't matter, it's silver nonetheless, so I'm extremely thrilled and I'm incredibly happy. And that concludes the vault for this week. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. And if you guys want to leave comments, I'll be more than happy to read them. Any suggestions for the vault coin collecting, let me know. I'll give anything a shot. And just always remember, if you're going to be collecting coins as a hobby, you are never broke. Alright, I thank you all very much for watching. This is the Vault Coin Collecting. I am Tripwire. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and keep the hunt alive. Till next week, thank you for watching.